All right, welcome to Town of Groveland Planning Board meeting on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024 at 7:02 PM. Motion to open.
So motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call vote.
Chris Goodwin, aye.
Bradley goes aye.
Jason Aves, aye.
Dennis, EJ,
Okay,
McNulty.
first up, continued 6 to 8 Elm Park, an application by Rod Rivera, 97 Beach Street, Malden, Mass. For the premises located at 6-8 Elm Park, Groveland, map 10, lot 013, located in the business zoning district for a special permit for
Chris,
parking reduction
Turn it up so we can hear.
in accordance with section 50-9.4 and section 50-14.6 of the Groveland zoning bylaw, due to an increase in parking for the operation of a restaurant and signing for the special permit. Also, while we're here, is a 6 to 8 Elm Park minor site plan review.
Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Rod Rivera, and I'm working with owners. I'll be the manager, these are the owners for the property. So I believe today we're just going to discuss the site plan. So as agreed on the last meeting was that the spaces that we have available would be first come, first serve. And the board allowed us also to use the municipal parking space, which is about 1,000 feet, give or take, from distance. We are also working with the owner. We got into the back of the property where there's a small dumpster. There's another grease recycled bin that's going to be removed, and we're going to bring our own company to take care of that for us. After doing a little talk with the owners, what we decided was that if there's any issues with the dumpsters and we need something bigger, then we're gonna have to adjust that, because I think the volume will be different than other type of restaurants. That's basically that. We're gonna work with the board, also putting the signage for the people to understand that this was first come, first serve, and they could use the parking on the other side. With respect to the neighbors, we're not gonna park in the driveways or interfere with them, so we agree with that, and we're trying to make everything as smooth as possible.
All right, but, excuse me, for the minor site plan review, that's for some interior work, correct?
No, I believe it's the outside.
So the reason they're having to file for a minor site plan review is because they are altering a non-residential building where the construction will exceed 500 square feet but not exceed a total gross area of 200 square feet. So that's why they had to apply for this.
Correct. But they're not altering, there are no alterations outside, exterior-wise.
Correct.
The
Right.
site plan's gonna stay basically the site plan. You can't get any more parking in there, we gotta use the town parking in front,
Right,
first come,
right.
first served.
Yeah, the parking's good. Yeah.
All right. Anybody here from neighbors,
Public comment? All
public comment?
right, thank you, Rod.
Board members, any,
No, I got no discussion on my end. Jason, anything for you?
you guys read the decision yet?
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the minor site plan review for 68 Elm Park.
I'll second that. Roll call vote.
Chris Goodwin, aye.
Bradley goes aye.
Jason Aves, aye.
EJ McNulty, aye.
Motion passes. You guys are all set. Do we gonna sign this tonight, Annie, or?
For the minor site plan review, I don't have that drafted up in a final state yet, but because of what it is, Mr. Chair, I don't know if you could stop by within the next couple days to just sign it yourself.
Sure.
Or if you can do it on your phone too, with like a, I can send it to you via Adobe.
DocuSign.
Or, yeah, if that
Alright.
works too. But I have it almost done. It'll only take me until tomorrow to
Okay.
get it done, so.
On the first one, do we need to sign?
I have that ready to go. If the board wants to sign it now, they're welcome to. I know, because we need DJ for the fourth person to be able to sign it, so I don't know, DJ, if you'd be able to stop by tomorrow at some point during the day. I'll be here late for a Conservation Commission meeting as well until 7, so if you could, if it doesn't have to be during the day or anything.
Yeah, I can make it in.
Okay, sounds good. Just shoot me a text when you're on your way and I'll have it
We can
ready.
sign it after the meeting.
Yeah, we'll sign it after the
We'll
meeting.
sign it after the meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
DJ's not here, so it's not going to affect them at all.
Correct.
Good luck with that.
Thanks, guys. Good luck with the restaurant.
So we wait 21 days now?
Appeal
Yeah.
process, yeah.
Yep, it'll be 21 days. The minor site plan review doesn't need an appeal period, it's just the special permit. Yep, no problem.
Have a good night.
Likewise.
Up next is SD Park, 441 Main Street, site plan review waiver. Is anybody here for that?
No, I don't know, Jay Ogden is supposed to be here for that matter, but he does not seem to be here at the moment.
All right, so
Okay. Next up,
I'll make a motion to table the 441 Main Street site plan review waiver till next meeting.
second.
Should we wait till the end of the meeting in case he comes in before we table it till the next meeting?
Did you see the agenda posted, Annie?
He knows that it was today, because I asked him to get me the information in your packet for last week because the meeting was today, so.
I mean, we could wait if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll wait.
All right, I'll retract that motion.
All
Okay.
right, so next up, 865 Salem Street is a direct abutter to me. I'm going to recuse myself.
Okay.
Whoever wants, I'm going to nominate you chair, Mr. Chair.
All right, I accept temporary chair of the board.
I'm going into the audience.
Andy, does that need a motion and a vote?
Make it,
For temporary chair, it does, yes.
make a motion to temporary appoint Chris Goodwin as the chair, temporary chair of the planning board.
Second,
Chris Goodwin, aye.
Jason Aves, aye.
DJ McNulty, aye.
All right. So next up, 865 Salem Street, review of an A&R plan. All right, is anyone here to speak on behalf of 865?
Bill Daly, 4 Sewell Street, on behalf of Mr. Joe Ryan. Just moving a lot line on Joe's property.
All right,
That's it.
all right, easy enough.
Any questions?
Anything from me?
Oh,
Jason?
I'm sorry, the big plans you have in front of you, yes, sorry, the big plans you have in front of you are the set of plans. Jason, I just need that one back.
Annie, do I have it?
Yep, it should be in the meeting packet, but you'll have to scroll down a little bit further because we skipped 441 Main Street. It's after all of that stuff.
All right, just for the record, Bill, do you want to just go over why the application is put in to move the lot line?
So Joe's going to retain a life estate to his property, and it's just a cleaner version of things that may come or may not come in the future, but it's just, it's the easiest and cleanest way to separate his stuff right now.
Okay.
With deeds and things of that nature.
Gotcha.
You know, it still maintains plenty of frontage. It will just make that area a non-buildable lot, drainage or something like that in the future, so.
Jason, DJ, any questions for Bill?
I'm still looking through, Chris.
All right.
Give me one moment, please.
He wants to look at it.
Sure, how you doing, Joe? Let me turn this around for you. 1 second.
DJ, were you able to find it?
Yeah, I think it's is that 58? Page 58?
Ooh, I don't, 1 second, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
It doesn't show in here. I need the plan review. This has to get approved first.
So the Salem Street and Sewell Street, at the,
Yeah,
Or-
it is, it's,
Okay.
All the way to here. But now
To
we're
the
gonna
center of this road.
right, but now we're gonna add this lot line
yes, confirmed it is 58.
right along the driveway.
thank you.
This is 120, this is supposed to be 177 from there, right? To here. Is that correct from there? Here, 177?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. So it seems all right.
Yeah, it's,
You don't line on my property.
Because they have it labeled as a non-buildable lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and under where it says lot 1, that writing, it shows that it meets the area, our new equation.
How you doing?
All right, so I apologize, I'm a little behind here. I apologize for my voice, I am not feeling well. I see parcel A, lot 1, lot 2. I can't deviate what the existing is and what's changing here. You said to move it a lot line, is that all we're doing?
we add the lot line to the west of the existing driveway. Just, it's more of a legal issue, the way Joe has his estate set up, so it's just to keep things cleaner in the future.
Okay.
So that's the lot line between lot 1 and,
Gotcha.
lot 1 and parcel A?
Got,
So this lot line
yeah,
here?
I got you. Look, parcel A and lot 2 are getting combined.
They're parcel A and lot 2 are not being combined. The
Right.
plan notes that it's to be extinguished,
Yep.
but not at this time.
It's just the way the trust is set up and living trust, and he's gonna stay there.
Right.
The plan is for them, parcel A to be combined with lot 2 though, per the plans.
Yeah.
Is it possible to throw the, do you have the plan to put on the screen just so it can be on the,
Yep, if you give me a quick
Broadcast.
second, I can easily do that. Just, I'll need 1 quick second.
no worries? I think DJ's still reviewing anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking at laptop, flipping through.
No, no worries.
I'll pull
I don't
that out
know.
for you, DJ.
And this way it can be on the broadcast too, so.
Yeah, so we're just combining lot 2 and parcel A to form one lot 2?
No, so this isn't a lot line adjustment. It is actually creating a new unbuildable lot.
Okay.
So I'm pulling it up now. Can everyone see that? DJ, can you see that? Okay, so this is the original lot shape, right?
Okay, all right.
And so what we're doing here is creating this new lot line right here. So this is the new parcel A. It is labeled as not a buildable lot, which is why we're able to approve this without having it meet our requirements, because it's not to be a buildable lot. And so the plan here does show that this lot line is to be extinguished. So eventually it will become part of Lot 2, but that is not what is happening with this plan.
Gotcha.
This plan is just creating this non-buildable lot. DJ, I can zoom this in if you want, if that's helpful.
No, I got it, Annie, thank you.
Okay.
And lot 1 and lot 2 are same owners?
No, they're separate owners.
Is both owners there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, so Bill Daly, the one who's been speaking, owns Lot 2, and Mr. Ryan, who's sitting right next to Bill, owns Lot 1.
Okay. And no issues there, right? I didn't hear anything. It was just a quick question and that was it.
Yep.
Cool. I'm good.
Jason, any questions?
Nope.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Shane.
I'd like to open it up for public comment.
I got a question. What determines whether a lot is buildable or not?
Can you step up to the microphone and state your name and address, please?
Yeah, Scott Moore, 6 Stevenson Way, Groveland. What determines whether a lot is buildable or not? Because we just went through this CPA stuff about a month ago, where they want to start opening up more areas to build and more apartments and this and that. So what's determining what's buildable and what's not buildable?
Essentially, the square footage of the lot, and correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, as well as the frontage available according to our bylaws, to making it a buildable lot.
Right, but people get variances all the time.
So what a buildable lot is, it would have to meet the specific dimensional requirements is in Section 8 of our zoning bylaw. So there's minimum area, minimum frontage, side, front, and rear setbacks, maximum height, et cetera, et
What
cetera.
I was talking about, we had this meeting in here a month ago about, what is it, CPA or something about making more housing affordable in the town of Groveland, through the
Oh.
whole state.
Yep.
So why are you making it difficult again? Why can't the lot sizes, you're not accommodating that and this at the same time?
Sure,
You're
so,
doing two different things, in my mind.
Well,
Yep.
well, so keep in mind as well that this isn't a sweeping bylaw regulation. This is addressing one single lot owned by a private owner.
Right, but then that can set the precedent for everybody else though.
So-
No, we're not setting any precedents here. We're ruling on a request by the property owner.
So you're determining that Joe's piece of property is not buildable.
No.
No,
So, so that piece of land up on the hill that was his too, you said that's not buildable.
you need to use the
Talking to Mike, please.
microphone so folks can hear
Two
you.
pieces of property now, you're telling Joe that Joe Ryan has that aren't buildable pieces of property.
no, Joe is choosing to do something with the land that he owns to change the shape of the lot by adding a lot line.
But he's gotta know all the.
So his
all the-
lot, Lot
different-
1 is going to remain buildable. It's just this small portion that's going to join into Lot 2. That's all that's happening with this. It's going to become part of a larger buildable lot.
Okay, Mike, I'll go back to the question. Who determines what's buildable and what's
Our
not?
bylaws do.
The bylaws of the town
Right.
do.
Is Mike,
You can hold on to it. You might need it.
Any other questions? Public comment? All right, I will close the public comment. Board discussion? Jason, DJ, what do you think? I mean, for me, for one, I don't see any issue with this, as long as it's within Joe's wishes, which it appears that it is. I don't see any issue from my end.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's a third of an acre being added on to lot 2. Eventually, it's just that parcel is being added onto lot 2. That lot 2 is 17 acres, lot 1 is 1.65 acres. It's a non-buildable lot. I don't see any, it's got 92 92 feet of frontage on Salem Street, 128, and need more some of that. That parcel is 128 there, 150 on the lot one side. Now with the wish of the owner, it meets criteria in my eye.
Same. Yeah. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the A&R plan for 865 Salem Street.
Second.
All right. Roll call vote, Chris Goodwin, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
DJ McNulty, aye.
Motion passes. That's it. Thank you, Joe. You're welcome. All right, next on the agenda,
Sign anything? Nope, you're all good.
oh, good, Joe. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, 929-931 Salem Street, project update.
Do you want a motion to change the agenda to go to 833 Salem Street since Brad has to remain recused, so to not have to go back and forth?
I don't know, I kind of like him where he is. I will make a motion to adjust the posted meeting agenda to move to 833 Salem Street before 929-31 Salem Street.
Second.
Yeah. DJ McNulty, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
Chris Goodwin, aye. All right. Next on the agenda, 833 Salem Street. Couple different points. First up, the bond reduction request. Annie, where do we stand on this one?
All right, so in your meeting packet, sorry, let me just get to it really quick.
Page number would be helpful
Yeah,
if you got it.
I'm
if
working
you got
on
it.
it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So, whoopsies. So it's page 59, DJ.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So as you can see, TEC performed a site visit a week ago to take a look at what was remaining and what should be released for the security, or for the line of credit, I think it is, for this property. As you can see, they've recommended a reduction of $20,000 to remain $5,000 for phase 2 of this project.
All right, is anyone from the applicant here to speak on behalf of the project?
Brad Legals, 16 Evergreen Lane, Groveland, Mass., 833 Salem Street. So why are they still holding 5,000? Their recommendations on Phase 2 that we haven't even started?
Because the way this project was permitted, it was done as one entire project, and your entire bond was for $50,000
Right.
for the entire project. So we can't release the entire amount of the bond for this project when you still have more of the project to continue.
Okay. Take my 20,000 back.
All right, any questions for the applicant? DJ?
No, I'm good. No, go with TEC's recommendation. We would usually what we follow, so work.
Thank you, Mr. Legals.
I'm going to stay, I got another one.
All right, any public comment?
I don't think we have that, Chris. I'll make a motion to reduce.
Oh, wait,
DJ.
Wait a second, there is someone here from the public.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
coming in from off camera.
Sorry, Bill Daly for Sewell. So it's been stated, numerous times in the past, and most recently, the last planning board meeting, that a lot of water's been coming from the parcel out back. I just want to clarify that it's absolutely not the case. Granted, last summer, there was a 6-inch, 7-inch storm and a 5-inch storm where there was a breach, but since then, things have been rectified. be more than happy to walk that property, there's some problems over there with drainage, and I'm not, you know, it's, like I said, it's been mentioned numerous times, and most recently at the last meeting by the engineer. I'd be more than happy to walk it with anybody, their engineers, whoever, just to go over it all. But I just want to put it on the record that in the future, it's not coming from me, it's not my problem. And furthermore, the Nelson Street area, not if, but when I develop that, I believe that the stormwater feature and guardrail are in the right of way, which will be developed, which will complicate the water problem. Now, I don't care what happens over there, I really don't, but I don't want to get called out on it anymore, that's all. So, that's my feelings on it. I know that the guardrail's in there, and it's gonna make that stormwater feature smaller. There's already a huge issue over there. You know, so I just want to get it out there before I'm losing my voice, before it goes much further, because I'd be more than happy to walk and do topo and all that. But it's definitely not coming from out back.
Okay.
You know, there's no way. So just wanted to state that, and I'm not telling the board not to deny or hold off or anything. I just want to put it out there so I'm on record for anything in the future. That's all. And Nelson Street, you know, people say, well, it's private, it's, you know, you own to the middle, but the entire width needs to stay open, and you know, that is going to get developed. And that should be looked at and figured out prior. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
So it's my understanding that Nelson's a private road going to be used for an emergency access, right? It's not going to be developed, Nelson Street.
I'm going to develop it.
You're going to develop Nelson Street? It's a private road. I think that's,
We can get into state laws on private ways. The entire width of the road needs to stay open.
Microphone, please.
I'm not here to fight about your project,
No,
but
neither am I, but there's just a lot of misconception with public ways, and that's... Is this on? There we go. The public ways need to be developed to the town standards, or private ways, I'm sorry, and maintain, yes, the abutters own to the center line, but the entire width needs to stay open. It's, I can quote some of the chapters of Mass General Law. But it says, you know, the legislature passed, it says, private ways are owned to the center line by abutters but cannot be altered to prevent its use for roadway purposes. Any utilities installed must be to the current standards of that utility, and it cannot impede any of the abutters in the future or now. So, and that's how it is, right? It's a private way, it's just not accepted by the town. No one's paying taxes on it. It's not added on to our area. We're not, it's there to be developed. It's 40 feet wide. I can go 40 feet wide, that whole width, if I want.
we've been maintaining it, and when we did the guardrail, it was proposed and passed by the planning board.
Yeah, on the plan. I don't think it's built.
It's
per
built to the
plan.
per plan. It was, and I disagree. I mean, there was a breach.
We'll see. We'll get the as-built. I don't care what happens or where it is, but I'm just letting the board know, if it is out there, it's gonna be a problem.
And there was a pretty big breach at one time.
Listen, all I know is the 40-foot right-of-way needs to stay open. That's all I know.
There was a pretty big breach from your site into my site.
Once, yep.
It was good enough. I never want to see that again.
That's fine. That's fine.
You
That's
know,
that's
you
a
did take
public,
perimeters
that's
to-
a public matter. I mean, a private matter. That's.
You just brought it up, so it's public, and it's on the record, and I want to go on the record as well. You got to also understand that my pond was acting fine until all the fines from up top, you know.
This is
are in
why
the
we need to
pond.
get out there. That's what I'm saying. We need to get out there because there's no way the water can run uphill. It's not happening.
Water's not running up
Would
there.
have to run across the, I'm not gonna have this discussion, but I just want to put the board on.
Yeah, so I think there's a separate discussion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not let this devolve into a back and forth. We appreciate everyone's comments
I
on
mean,
this.
I was here for the
It's-
bond reduction. I didn't bring it up, so.
Understood. It's not the board's intent to let anyone slander anyone else.
Yeah, no, and that's a private matter.
Yeah.
That's a,
Yeah,
that's a butter versus a butter on private land deals.
Right.
But I'm just saying the 40-foot right-of-way, it's, if there's a problem there now, it's gonna be worse when that 40-foot right-of-way, you just can't, think it's a paper street. What happens is it gets brought up to the current standards and accepted. That's
It's
what
going to
happens
be,
in the
I think that's
future.
going to be a civil issue.
It's not a civil issue, it's a public way. I mean,
It's not,
private
but
way.
you have the right to pass and repass.
We can-
I mean,
Hey, guys, I
We-
think,
we can look at the
Keep
plan.
the discussion to the motion at hand, to the topic at hand.
It's actually registered with Mass DOT, the town gets Chapter 90 money for it. It's actually was submitted from the town to Mass DOT as a public way. Just hasn't been accepted, but that's all on record with the Chapter 90 money.
so they're not getting chapter 90 money from Nelson Street or
They are.
Silver Street.
Chris,
no,
this,
they are.
Chris, this
Hey,
isn't a
guys.
conversation.
I just, we'll table this
All
until
right,
later.
yeah, guys, listen, I think we're going to go ahead and end this conversation because it's not
Fine.
germane to the topic at hand. I think we'd be more than willing to have a discussion while all parties involved, if you think that's warranted about that specific area.
I think it would just be your as-built for the pond and where it is, and
Right.
because if, before you close everything out and TEC signs off, I've just, everyone points the finger at me, okay, and it's not, okay, and I'd be more than happy to walk through with anyone's, anyone here, their engineers, attorneys, I don't care. Send whoever you want, and we'll go over the whole thing. I'm prepared.
I appreciate the comment. We can look at the plans and we can make sure there's many more steps after this. This is just for a reduction. There's still many more steps to look at till we any type of final sign off. So if we need to
no,
look
fine
at
with
plans and make sure that right-of-ways aren't hit, then we can do that as well. But as far as this point, this is just about the bond reduction. I thank you for bringing it to our attention, so it's something we can look at, and then we can kind of go forward from there.
I would just think that this is part of a bond reduction, right? I mean, this is the type of stuff bonds are for.
Bond reduction's already been fully reduced on Nelson Street. This is 833, a different
But I
parcel of
think
land.
since the sites have been commingled to join as one, they share drainage, access,
They share access, they don't share
and they
drainage.
share drainage.
No, they don't.
Yep, they're piped together.
No,
They're
they're
joined
not.
by a pipe. We can, if you have the drawings, I can
So
show you
wait-
on the drawing.
There's one overflow pipe, but other than
Yep, so
that, it's
so
supposed to
it's
act as...
commingled. It's commingled with drainage, paving, access. So that's, but you guys, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You guys do what you want. I don't want my phone to ring anymore.
No, I understand.
I'm not going to meetings over floods, all right?
No,
Go ahead.
no, understood, and like DJ noted, we appreciate your comments, Bill.
Okay.
We do,
And,
absolutely.
you know-
And when we go through the as-built, at the end,
That's
when
right.
all said and
That's
done,
right. And if
we'll
you don't have any
make
money
sure.
on bonds, what do you do? So that's,
But I want you to know that just so you be aware that we have our engineering company who reviews these things and we go based on their recommendation. So right now, they're recommending that everything is up to where it needs to be and to hold back this amount. Like Annie said, I think there was a $50,000 bond. This is a $20,000, in two separate cases. So we're giving back 20 of the 25 here, but there's still an additional bond, Annie. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
I don't know if that's been released.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
The board now only has, did the board make a motion to reduce it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So right now, there's $25,000 remaining in the bond. TEC recommends a reduction of $20,000. And what they're retaining is $5,000 for erosion controls that would be needed for the second phase of the project.
Okay. I thought you had mentioned this, it was a $50,000 bond there.
It was a
25 was
I see
released.
25.
It started as 50,000. The board in January reduced it to 25,000, and this will be the second.
Gotcha.
And then this is the second one.
if the Nelson Street property is already done and signed off, so there should be an as-built for that, right?
Yes, there should be.
Okay. And so if there's no as-built, then it's still open, right? It's still under temporary occupancy, so I don't think it's closed out then, right? So,
Excuse me.
that's all. All right, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other board discussion?
So just make sure we take note of the issue, or potential issue at Nelson Street, and we can still move forward with the temporary bond reduction of $20,000 and leaving 5 based on TEC's recommendation. I can make that in the form of a motion.
Yep, the town is well aware of the issues on Nelson Street.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, you want to flag a motion?
Yeah, make a motion to reduce the bond at 833 Salem Street and Nelson Street to reduce the bond $20,000, recommending to return 20 and keep 5.
It's not Nelson Street, it's just 833 Salem
Yeah,
Street.
for 833 Salem Street, right.
Okay.
Friendly amendment to the motion.
Friendly amendment to the motion, yes.
Yep. And then remove Nelson Street from my comment.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Chris Goodwin, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
DJ McNulty, aye.
All right. Motion passes. Bond is reduced to $5,000. All right, next up, 833 Salem Street, request to stop TEC site visits.
DJ, you don't have this in your packet, though, what I had sent last week, that separate email I had sent with TEC's comments on this.
Okay.
Do you want me to forward it to you again?
No, I'll just search you and
Okay.
see what I get.
Probably a lot of emails.
Yep.
All right. For the record, I'll read the comments. So TEC comments on site visit reduction for 833 Salem Street. Quote unquote, our only concerns are regarding the remaining stockpiles and dust mitigation on the site. The stockpiles on site need to be stabilized prior to phase 1 being complete, and mitigation methods should be used to prevent dust transport from the exposed surface materials south of the existing house and west of the limits of paving. These items are covered and referenced in the EPA 2022 Construction General Permit, sections 2.2.5 and 2.2.6. If Brad also confirms the on-site house demolition will occur as part of Phase 2, then that section would be considered stabilized until demolition commences. Regarding the Construction General Permit, the site is over an acre of disturbance and therefore is required to meet the requirements of the Construction General Permit, CGP. I was referencing their regulations regarding that in case they ask why they're required to do the actions referenced in the email, his prior email, dust control and stabilized stockpiles.
Yes, I wasn't super familiar with the construction general permit, so I thought the additional explanation would be helpful because it was for me.
Thank you, appreciate that.
I sent Danny pictures of it. Hydro-seeded, mulched over. So, that's considered stable in their regs, after talking to Sydney from TEC. There's a loom pile that was also sprayed as well, but that's leaving. And the gravel stays.
All right, so there's the motion that in the overseeding that was done post the comments from TEC?
Post comments, Annie, you got the pictures, you didn't?
If you give me a second, I can pull them up.
I can just get to my phone.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I already have them for the record because you emailed them to me. Oh, I'll share them though, because DJ can't see.
Thank you.
Yep. Hold on, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Hold on. Sorry, DJ.
Mind if I pass?
All good. Working it.
Like to see you pass that to DJ.
I am.
Oh, it's there, sorry.
I see trucks.
Well, that's the trucks getting the loom loaded, that pile back there, you can see how they cut into it.
That one too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brad? The one to the
No,
right.
they've both been sprayed since, and those piles will be gone by next week, he said, by the end of next week.
The only thing I would say on reduction of site visits is that typically we would get some type of guidance from TEC would say to us, yeah, I'm okay with that pending this. I'm okay with that if not, or whether they don't feel as though. With that letter, Annie, I read it. I don't see anywhere in there that they're saying they are in agreement to reducing site visits, correct?
So these correspondence were me asking that, or saying that the applicant was looking to reduce site visits. Do you have any comments on that? And these were them, and Brad has since responded to these comments with the actions he was just talking about. And he also confirmed via email that the house demolition will occur as part of phase 2, which was another TEC comment.
So basically, I did everything that they asked.
Yeah.
It's
And I
hydro-seeded,
had
it's
forwarded,
graded.
sorry to interrupt, I had forwarded these to TEC as well.
So there's a pretty heavy tack in there, in that seed mix. That's not going anywhere. And those piles were there for the 7-inch rainstorm, and they didn't move.
And you're removing them anyway, you said by the end of next week, right?
Yeah, the loom is leaving, the 3-to-1 slopes are staying. The gravel, that's the smaller slope to the right of the loom pile. That's what, when the house comes down, that's what's gonna be filled in with.
You're currently doing weekly? Is it weekly
It's
site visits right now?
bi-weekly and,
It's rain event only, right?
It's
that was
rain event only, is what
bi-weekly,
you're
and then
doing now?
it was bi-weekly since, it was supposed to be rain only, bi-weekly, but we have a CO and it's stable. It's all paved. Until it was paved, they were gonna make site visits when it rained. Stormwater management is all in operation and done everything they asked. I would say common sense says we are in a bowl. That stuff, that loom, even though it's seeded and mulch, it's not going anywhere. It's not making its way to Salem Street. It's not making its way to the new site.
Right. DJ, Jason, questions for the applicant?
When you plan on resuming stage 2?
When I get 70% of this phase filled, stabilized.
And then I imagine the visits would resume,
Yeah, when we start
Once you start
construction,
tearing
yeah.
turn into the place?
I mean, the next phase is just a climate control building and 2 stormwater features and a
And
parking
the
area out
demolition of the
front,
building's
so.
probably big, too.
What's that?
The demolition of the house is
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I don't think TEC has to witness that. That's a SAM permit for demo permit.
DJ, any questions for the applicant?
No, I think I'm good. The reason why, I apologize, the reason why I was asking, I thought it was a request to reduce site visits, not stop. That's why I was questioning how many times, but it's a request to stop TEC visits. No, I mean, based on what TEC had sent out and then the owner's responses and what the timeline looks like, I think it's okay to do that until phase 2. Is this a phase 2? Is this because I think I've heard it different ways, right? It's not a phase 2, it's only a 1-phase project. You don't
The way they
have,
came in, to me, it's a phase 2, but the way it was introduced to the board, it's phase 1 of 833 Salem Street.
Yes, so it's one plan that was submitted to us for approval and that we approved. The construction is intended to be in 2 phases, all under the same permit approval.
okay,
So even though it's in technically different phases for construction purposes, for our purposes, we're considering it one site to be finished one time.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any public comment? All right, no public comment? All right. Board discussion. DJ Jace, what do you think?
I don't think there's going to be an issue in terms of stopping while the construction is stopped, as long as it resumes when the construction resumes, providing that there's no additional complaints. Because I imagine if there's any type of complaints that comes along, then would expect that to resume.
Yeah, then that was my thoughts exactly there. Yeah, definitely when the Phase 2 portion starts up again, I would definitely want that site visit to resume. And again, like you said, barring any complaints as well, as far as I'm concerned. DJ, what do
Yeah,
you think?
it sounds like, I agree. I think it sounds like there's stabilization there of the site, and once that starts being addressed and changed, then we'd go back to having visits.
Do you want to fly a motion?
Go ahead, Jason.
Make a motion to pause on the site visits from TEC, for them to resume when construction resumes, and to revisit it if we have any complaints in the meantime.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, roll call vote?
TJ McNulty, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
Chris Goodwin, aye. Motion passes. All right, I think that's the last 8:33 one. I'll make a motion to let Brad resume his seat on the board.
Brad's been fired.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Second.
What can I collect?
Yeah.
All right, just in time for the town planner update.
No, we have to go back and do the,
Oh, yeah, that's right, too, it never
Yeah.
showed up. SD Park, 441 Main Street, site plan review waiver.
Make a motion to table it till next meeting.
Second.
All in favor, roll call.
Chris Goodwin, aye.
Brad Legals, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
TJ McNulty, aye.
Tabled.
Okay, passes.
929. We got to do the update for 929, right?
Yep, project update, 929, 931 Salem Street. Everybody read their meeting packets?
Yep.
TEC's witnessed everything,
So TEC's witnessing
their walls.
We also got a letter from the attorney talking about UTS, right? They hired UTS for cores.
Yeah, I sent those along to TEC as well, so they've begun their review of that.
Okay.
Those samples aren't all gonna be in, obviously. They do I think might be a 7, 15, 30.
And any other pictures from TEC will be public record, right?
Yes, I actually might have already put this meeting packet on the website. I can't
Right.
remember if I did or not.
Perfect.
Look at you, Annie.
I know. It's just getting in the habit. That's going to be hard to make sure I actually keep up with it.
All right, the picture of efficiency.
Trying.
Okay.
All right, so from the last time we heard, this seems like everything is going
Everything seems to be going the way it should have been going,
in good order, we'll call it.
so that's good that
That's-
they're back on the right track.
Yeah, it's moving along, and now that it's posted, the meeting packet's posted.
Yeah, yeah, I can
what-
confirm. I did put it on there. So they're all of our meeting packets back to February of this year are now on the website.
Perfect,
Awesome.
thank you.
And, it's helpful for the public to be able to read through and see things that are going on as well, which is great.
Okay. Ready for the town planner update?
I'm ready.
Alrighty, so as most of you know, at the town meeting last week, the budget that was passed transferred funds from the town planner line item to the administrative assistant for the town administrator. Because of this, the town administrator is going to be taking on some of the responsibilities of the planner role. So to make this transition as smooth as possible, while I am still in the town planner role, because our fiscal budget doesn't start until July 1st, in the municipal world. We are going to start transitioning to try to make it as smooth as possible for the applicant as well as board members. So you're going to start seeing more correspondence from Rebecca Oldham, our town administrator, and you're also going to start seeing from her email as well as we created a new town planner at grovelandma.com email address to kind of help to streamline anything that comes through while I'm still here and she's also working on it. So yeah, just an update on kind of the function of the board. She will be at our next planning board meeting, which I have a note on our next planning board meeting.
So what are you, in limbo?
A little bit in limbo, I guess, but we just know that because the budget has now passed and the funds have moved out of the town planner line item, because as I've talked to you all, I'm looking to move more into a different role so I can go back to school, and I can't do that with all these night meetings. So it is a bit of a limbo right now because I'm still in the town planner position, but she knows that as of July 1st, she's going to be taking on more of those responsibilities. When with planning and so many projects, it's hard to come in the middle of things. So she wants to make sure she's around when things start so she knows what's going on when she fully picks it up.
Okay.
And then, while I mentioned that she'll be at our next meeting, as I think Chris knows, we have been working on our housing production plan for the town with Merrimack Valley Planning Commission, and they are going to be coming to present on Tuesday, May 28th. And so we were looking to plan a joint planning board and board of selectmen meeting for May 28th. So MVPC can present that plan to both boards at the same time. At the moment, our only other agenda item for that is, for that meeting would be 441 Main Street. I'll have to get in touch with that applicant and see what was going on. But if what the board wants to do, the Board of Selectmen meeting starts at 6:30. I would assume that this would start right at 6:30. We still need to work that out. It's obviously a few weeks away. But the board can open their meeting in here with the Board of Selectmen, and then the planning board can adjourn that special meeting and move into the back meeting room. So hopefully we can discuss the 441 Main Street application.
Oh, I see, we're second-class citizens now. You have to go to the back room?
Just remind us,
Oh, yeah.
because we're not used to
Yeah.
a Monday meeting.
Oh, no, it's a Tuesday. It is a Tuesday, yeah. The Board of Selectmen is meeting on a Tuesday because that Monday is Memorial Day. So for us, it's a normal meeting.
Perfect.
For the Board of Selectmen, it's not a normal meeting.
So we're not moving the meeting the 21st then? The 21st would be our normal meeting. We're not having that, or the 28th.
Correct, because we don't have anything. The 6-8 Elm Park has been finished. 865 Salem Street, I just need you, DJ, to come in tomorrow. 833 Salem Street, we just finished. 929, 931, I email you guys those updates. We can discuss any further ones then. There's nothing time sensitive, I guess. Like, there's
Yep.
nothing that has
Yep.
a deadline, like a clock ticking.
Yep, cool. 28th sounds like a great time.
And once we figure out with MVPC timing, I'll let you guys know.
Okay, perfect.
And,
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
And we do have a new member that was voted in last night?
Yes. Welcome.
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 Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Welcome.
service to the town.
I haven't started yet.
Thank you in advance.
So for my role, like, when am I in?
28th.
So Beth, the town clerk, will probably be sending out ethics training and stuff that you have.
Already sent it.
Okay, so as soon as you get sworn in by her, you're a full official member. You'll be included in all of my emails. There can be a lot. And yeah, so
Lucky you.
May.
So many.
So be prepared to be regular and full on.
Oh,
Okay.
yep. And do you prefer Patrick on your little name tag, or okay, full Patrick? Sounds good. I'll get that on there.
Excuse
I
me, are
won't
you
meet anybody
here
over
for
it,
something?
Little name tag. Little name tag. I liked it.
Meeting.
I liked the
I
dig.
do have something in the future.
I'm a junior member. It's
Oh, okay. Okay,
I didn't know it was gonna be like.
Hey, once you're sworn in, you will have full rights and privileges.
you're welcome.
Yes, unfortunately, not as many people get involved as should.
What's that?
Unfortunately, not as many people get involved as they should.
Yeah. Very
Well,
interesting.
If there's anything we can answer while you're here,
Um,
we'll try to.
yeah, I think I might be at some future meetings.
Okay,
Thank you, though.
yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Other items?
No.
Next meeting, May 28th, to be
28th.
determined.
Special joint session.
Special joint session.
And then we get relegated to the back room.
What's that?
And then we get relegated to the back room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last time we got to sit with them.
You will sit with them for the housing production plan portion of it, but for for the other business that we have, so 441 Main Street, we'll just have to conduct that separately.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll start in here with the Board of Selectmen, adjourn that meeting, and then start a regular meeting in that back meeting room.
But DJ, you look like crap. Can I say that?
I'm glad that was on the record.
I just did, well,
I feel like there should be a motion to end.
I didn't want to. You guys, I could have came in, but you guys, I don't want to pass that to you guys. That's all good. I can
yeah,
join
well,
from
stay
Zoom.
home, man, stay home.
I don't want your cooties, come on.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't want this.
No. All right, I guess, meeting,
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn at, what are we at, 7:56 PM?
so motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Chris Goodwin, aye.
Brad Legals, aye.
Jason Naves, aye.
DJ McNulty, aye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.